Hare Krishna, welcome to Morning Amrut Vani program. His Grace Aksara Gaura Prabhuji will be giving his transcendental words of wisdom. His Grace Ramkripa Prabhuji will be reading the Lama Amrita, followed by Srila Prabhupada's quote, followed by Srila Prabhupada Leela Amrit. Thereafter, Her Grace Rupodi Radha Mataji will be reciting the slokas. Her Grace Devakirti Mataji will be reciting the Damodar Ashtakam. His Grace Akshara Gaura Prabhuji will also give the Parikrama also. Welcome to everyone once again. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Ram Ram. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram.
Ramkripa Prabhuji, kindly start reading.
Hare Krishna Bhagavad Pranam.
Dandvat Pranam.
Om Adhyanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmaya Sri Guruve Namaha. He is Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. He is always Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. He is always Bhakti Asraya Vaishnava Asraya Swami Maharaj ki Jai. अनंत कोटि इस शिक्षा गुरु रूप विलास प्रभु की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री नामामृता। A pure devotee whose consciousness is absorbed in the Supreme Lord chants the holy name in ecstasy. Prahlad Maharaj to his schoolmates. When a devotee becomes like a person haunted by a ghost, he laughs and very loudly chants about the qualities of the Lord. Sometimes he sits to perform meditation and he offers respect to every living entity, considering him a devotee of the Lord. Constantly breathing very heavily, he becomes careless of social etiquettes and loudly chants like a madman, Hare Krishna, O my Lord, O Master of the universe. When one chants the holy name of the Lord in ecstasy, not caring for outward social conventions, it is to be understood that he is Atmavati. In other words, his consciousness is turned towards the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srimad Bhagavatam 7.7.35. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada quote, 23rd October. Always remember that our first business preaching and distributing literatures. Never mind we have to live under a tree. Letter to Narottamananda, October 23rd, 1972. Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita. Two parties contested. Ananta Vasudeva, one of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta's leading preacher, was ambitious and he pressed his claim with a group of influential sannyasi supporters. Another man, Kunja Vihari, shrewdly went after the properties. He had been leading administrator under Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Swami and now he claimed ownership of the palatial temple in Calcutta as well as all other properties and assets of the India-wide Gaudiya Mutt. Although in his will, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta had expressed his desire that his disciples should select a governing board to manage all properties and funds of the Gaudiya Mutt. Kunjevari contested the will's legitimacy. He and his supporters argued that since Srila Bhaktisiddhanta had received the properties on behalf of God, he was not the rightful owner and therefore could not determine their future ownership. Thus he and others disputed over the legal and theological aspects of the former's Acharya's position. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Danvat Pranam. Bhagavad Gita 13.34. Yatha prakashasya ekaha kristanam lokam imam raviha kshetram kshetri tatha kritsnam prakashyati bhartah. Translation: O son of Bharata, as the sun alone illuminates all this universe, so does the living entity, one within the body, illuminate the entire body by consciousness. Hare Krishna. 13, Chapter 13, Description of the Descendants of Dhruv Maharaj. Srimad Bhagavatam 4.13.1. Sutta Uvacha Nishamya Kaushar Vinopavaarnitam ध्रुवस्य वैकुण्ठपाद धीरो अहनम परोडो भावो भागवते अधोक्षजे प्र, प्र, प्रष्टुम पुनः सतम विदुरः क्रमे सीसी मध्य 5.15 गोपाला सौंदर्य दुन्हारा माना नीलाहारी सुखा पाना रहे ताहन दीना दुए चारी. The beauty of the Gopal deity stole away their minds, and feeling great happiness, they remained there for 2 or 4 days. Hare Krishna.
દીપ અહીંયા આવી જાઓ.
Now, Prabhuji, you may kindly start.
Yes. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam to all. Welcome to the Amrut Vani program. Om Agyanam Timiradyaksha Jnanam Jana Salakaya Chakshur Unmaletam Ena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadammayam Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapadakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavam Sri Rupam Sagra Jatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sachim Sadhavetam Savadutam Parijana Saita Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagan Lalita Sri Visakavatam Sa He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Sapta Kanchan Gaurangi राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे जगत गुरु शील प्रभुपाद की जय श्री गौर निताई की जय श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण भक्त हनुमान की जय राम दरबार की जय द्वारकाधीश की जय श्री श्री राधा रस बिहारी भगवान की जय सखी ललिता सखी गिरिराज गोवर्धन भगवान की जय संवेद भक्त वृंद की जय. Today's Srimad Bhagavatam 7.7. Canto 7, Chapter 7, Text 35. Prabhupada has said that the quote says the verse says a pure devotee whose consciousness is absorbed in the Supreme Lord chants the holy name in ecstasy. So, according to the Prabhupada, what Prabhupada says about this verse, Srila Prabhupada's commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 7, Text 35, explains that it describes a devotee who has achieved Atmamati, a state of consciousness focused on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The devotee transcends social convention, expressing devotion openly and joyfully, even even if it looks like madness to others. This stage is characterized by emotional outbursts of ecstasy, such as crying and trembling, when engaged in remembering or chanting about the Lord's pastime. Key points from the commentary are Atmamati, transcendence of social norms, ecstasy symptoms, hearing and remembering, connection to previous verse. According to Atmamati, this verse is the culmination of a devotional process where the consciousness is fully turned toward God. Transcendence of social norms means the devotee is not concerned with outward appearance or social customs when experiencing spiritual ecstasy. Ecstasy symptoms. The verse describes the physical and emotional symptoms of spiritual advancement, such as tears and faltering voice as a result of intense spiritual emotion. Hearing and remembering means the process of ecstasy devotion is stimulated by hearing and remembering the Lord's pastime, activities, and glories. Connection to previous works. The commentary connects this to the principle of advancing in spiritual life, whereas one progresses, they become more and more absorbed in devotion to Krishna. Next. Mhm. 23rd October, later to Narottama Nanda, October 23, 1972. Right, this letter, Prabhupada has written to Narottama Nanda. Always remember that our first business, preaching and distributing literatures. Never mind we have to live under a tree. Right, this verse, Prabhupada says that on October 23, 1972, Srila Prabhupada wrote two notable letters from Vrindavan containing a spiritual guidance for his disciple. He emphasizes that preaching and distributing devotional literature were their most important duties, even if it meant living simply. Later to Narottam Nanda, in a letter to his disciple Narottam Nanda, Prabhupada offered the following commentary and instruction. Keep up the standard. He instructed Narottam Nanda to maintain the highest standard of Krishna consciousness programs, such as rising early, chanting 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, performing Aarti, engaging in Sankirtana, and distributing books daily. Krishna's intelligence. He assured his disciple that by following this practice, Krishna would provide all the necessary intelligence and resources to perfectly accomplish his work. Preaching is the main business. By this means, he reiterated that our first business is preaching and distributing literature. Never mind, we have to live under a tree. Next.